Over the past decades, members of the royal family have been spotted wearing some of the most beautiful and sought-after watches in the world. Starting off with Queen Elizabeth II. Queen Elizabeth II devoted her life to the people of the United Kingdom, ascending to the throne in 1952. Queen was also once documented as owning at least 14 wristwatches and is, quite possibly, one of the most notable female watch collectors of all time. 27 million people across the United Kingdom watched the Queen's coronation on television, and 11 million tuned in on their radios. It was a historic moment, during which the Queen wore a Jaeger-LeCoultre 101. Up until recently, this watch had smallest mechanical movement ever made, and because of its rarity, it is hard to estimate exact value, but the retail price of this timepiece is over $150,000. Patek Philippe made a special watch for the Queen, and it is one of the most expensive and valuable watches in entire history. In 2015, Her Majesty loaned out the watch to Patek Philippe so they can bring it out for Watch Art Grand Exhibition in London. That was the only time a watch belonging to Queen Elizabeth was ever seen up close by the public. Estimated value of this timepiece is over $50 million. Another of Queen's best-known watches would no doubt be her Patek Philippe Ellipse in white gold. A very rare version of this model was part of Queen's collection, and it's worth around $15,000. In this 1988 shot at the Royal Windsor Horse Show, the Queen wears what appears to be a yellow-gold Cartier tank sentry, with dual time zones. Watch itself is worth $17,000. And probably one of the most vivid shots of Her Majesty dating back to 1992. With her watch on full display, she is seen wearing the Art Deco Omega late-o-matic watch, with the current value around $5,000. Back in April of 2020, Queen Elizabeth was spotted wearing a P. Jules Audemars. The watch has Roman numerals coupled with the gold bracelet, and its current value sits around $19,000. The Swiss Federal Republic presented the then Princess Elizabeth with a Vacheron Constantin Model 4481 cocktail watch on her wedding day. It's a timepiece made entirely of gold and diamonds and was designed especially for the future queen. In addition to Jaeger-LeCoultre, Omega, and Cartier, another brand keeps popping up. The Patek Philippe. The model she chose for her webcast appearance seems to be a Patek Philippe Ladies Calatrava. The elegant quartz model from the late 1990s is made of 18-karat yellow gold that comes on an elegant beads of rice style bracelet. Current value of this watch is $11,000. Next up we have Prince Harry. He has a collection of unconventionally fine watches, many of which he wore while on armed missions. Prince Harry wore a fourth generation of a Rolex Explorer 2 with a polar dial, along with a stainless steel bracelet, at a visit to Royal Air Force in Honington in the UK in 2012. Current value of this watch is $12,000. The Prince Harry sported the Breitling Aerospace at the Invictus Games in London. There are different versions of the watch, but the one Prince Harry owns has a blue dial with a digital display and a titanium bracelet, and its current value is $3,000. Next up we have His Majesty Prince William, the future King of United Kingdom. The only watch that he's ever seen wearing is a 1995 Omega Seamaster Divers Watch 300M. It's a nice watch, but what's even nicer is that William has actually been wearing the same watch for almost 3 decades. And there's a reason why. Namely, the watch was a gift to him from his late mother, Princess Diana. Current value of this timepiece is around $3,000. Princess Diana was one of the most beloved members of the royal family. Known as the People's Princess, her modesty resonated with the British people and made her accessible despite her status. She wore 2 watches on her wrist. One was Patek Philippe Ellipse and the other one was yellow gold Patek Philippe Calatrava. The watch that is most associated with Princess Diana is Cartier Tank, Louis Cartier, which was a gift from her father. Current value of this timepiece is around $10,000. The Vacheron Constantin diamond watch that Diana owned was a wedding gift given to her from Queen Elizabeth II. The watch is encrusted with diamonds all around the watch's dial and bracelet. It's more of a diamond bracelet than a watch, and it is worth a little bit over $5,000. Next up, we have King Charles III. While making public appearances to celebrate Elizabeth's life and mourn her death, King Charles has been wearing his Parmigiani Fleurier Toric chronograph. Another watch which His Majesty has been seen wearing before is his Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso, and its current value sits around $10,000. One more important watch in King Charles' collection is a yellow gold Patek Philippe Calatrava, but it seems to get less wrist time than the aforementioned Parmigiani. Current value of this watch is $12,000. In association with the Royal Air Force, he received a Hamilton RAF pilot's chronograph while training as a pilot at RAF Cranwell. The watch has a 41mm asymmetric steel chronograph, and it is currently worth $3,500. In the 1980s, former Prince Charles owned a Santos de Cartier watch in a gold and steel version. This exact timepiece is worth over $23,000. King Charles may have a lot of collections of watches that vary in brands, but all in all, the royals love Cartiers. Duchess of Cornwall in Cambridge, Catherine Middleton, owns a 33mm silver-colored stainless steel Cartier Ballon Bleu that she wears very often. Current value of this timepiece is $6,000. The Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, is a former actress who became a member of the British royal family after marrying Prince Harry. Is now the fortunate owner of one of Princess Diana's favorite pieces of jewelry, two-tone Cartier Tank Francie, and it is currently worth around $23,000. Now, we would like to go back to talk a little bit more about Queen Elizabeth's Patek Philippe 4975 1G. This masterpiece features a pearl white dial set with baguette-cut diamonds as our markers. The case is entirely set with brilliant cut diamonds. The bracelet is made of pearls is something you don't see often on a Patek Philippe watches. The watch is not for sale and it's priceless, but if this watch ever goes for an auction, there are predictions that this would be the most expensive wristwatch in the entire history. And the experts valued this masterpiece for at least $50 million. It can be deduced that Her Majesty the Queen was quite the watch collector herself. Did you know that Cristiano Ronaldo's watch collection is worth over $10 million? Watch our video to find out.